of it. And I promise you that the next time you go, if it's in your mind that you're not supposed to be spending that much money on candy, you get that big bag of candy and you hide and you hoard it so that nobody else can get into your candy bag. When you're eating it and you start to realize, I failed myself. I said I wasn't going to do this and I just splurged and I spent too much. That's okay, because that's just one step in the change that you're trying to teach yourself. It's going to take multiple times for you to violate your own goal or the way that you wanted to approach it. So don't think you're a total loser, failure because, well, I said I was going to do this and I didn't do it the way I said. That's okay. Develop that consciousness in your mind, become more aware, and the next time, control it even better. And give yourself a couple times and just don't kick yourself too hard. Well, Maria, you said something else that is really good in your Facebook Live. You talked about being expansive, abundance, and prosperity. What does that really mean?
It goes back just to that positivity. So there's, and this isn't just in personal finance, this is also in, I guess, sales circles or just in, in speaking circles, in I don't know what you want to call it, service circles of, people that are talking about how to serve more, how to reach more people with a message. There's what's called a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset. And when people are living in a scarcity mindset, that's the, I can't do this because of this. I'll never have enough. I have to, get there first so that I get the thing, earlier bird gets the worm. That kind of thinking where you're worried about lack. Another thing they call it the lack mindset is you get stuck there. And so you never will have enough. You will never have enough. But what that means is you also won't meet your goals. You will constantly be in this negative loop of always looking at the downsides, that you're not trying to fix the problem. You're just creating a bigger problem. So when I'm talking about like abundance and prosperity, and again, going back to that wealthy at any wage and that it's a mindset, I'm talking about being grateful for what you do have and, coming to everything with gratitude, knowing that all your needs are met, all needs are met. And that from there, you can then see, okay, so how do I expand? What next? What's the next step? How can this get better? And when you're thinking like that, how can I make this better? Rather than, how can I fix this? It's different. It's like, how do I fix this problem is still scarcity. It's how do I find a solution is abundance. And it's those very slight differences, and it can be a lot to wrap your brain around, but it's just keeping the positive mindset. Again, you hit an obstacle, and so, what did it say? You can go over, under, around, or through, and which way works out. And I've seen a quote to, the only way out is through. I've seen that quote, and then there's the Winston Churchill quote of, if you're going through hell, keep on going. And those just both point to the same thing, that you're going to find obstacles, you're going to come up against things that stop you. And honestly, you'll find more of that. You will find, it's just the way the universe works. You will find more obstacles when you are on the right path, because there will be more tests, essentially. But that comes from an abundance mindset, from a prosperity mindset, because that means you're moving forward. When you're not going anywhere, when you're stuck in scarcity, when you're stuck in lack, and you're not going anywhere, the obstacles, number one, they stay the same because you haven't moved past them. But then they're always there, and nothing changes. So if you want change, if you want to move forward, you have to think positively. You have to be grateful and choose abundance. And yes, it might seem like you will come up against obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, but you have to get past them because the next step, the next success is on the other side.
I'm going to quote Maya Angelou. You may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. In fact, it may be necessary to encounter the defeats so you can know who you are, what you can rise from, how you can still come out of it. Well, you're a living, breathing example of what Maya Angelou just said that I quoted. And I want to tell you, this is, I hope everybody understands this, but I'll tell you one thing. When I met you and I hear your personality when you speak and where you're coming from, I just love where you're coming from because you're drawing upon all the same resources as me. I mean, we talked, we shared scripture together when we first met. We did different things. You're in the Napoleon Hill. You've got these quotes. In my perseverance quotes in my workbook, I quote Winston Churchill, which you just quoted. It's my first one. If you are going through hell, keep going. But nobody knows the second part of what that is, or most people don't. Do you know the second line after that? If you are going through hell, keep going. Do you know what the next line of that famous quote is? I've
heard it. I'm not recalling it at the moment.
I'll just give it to you because it's so beautiful. Here's what he said. If you are going through hell, keep going. And you will get through it so fast, the devil won't even know you've been there. I love that. But I'm going to end the show with this, a couple things. First of all, can you tell people what your contact information is that want to follow your Facebook Live?
Yes. So I do my live in my group Resourceful. So that's capital R, lowercase. No, I can't spell resourceful.
Yeah, please, Resourceful, F-O-R.
Yeah.
I got lost.
Yeah. Resourceful. So capital R, lowercase ESOURCE, capital F, capital U, capital L, capital L. That's my group. You can find my business page, Maria Chunn Support Artist, on there as well. And then if you want to contact me more one-on-one, my email is connect.mcsa@gmail. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
Okay. Well, I highly recommend anybody that's looking for a friend, someone that can be a mentor, that can understand your situation, that's gone through it herself and succeeded, claim the victory at the end. That's Maria Chunn. She's waiting for you. Now, Maria, I hope that you'll come back and be a guest on the show many times because you're a breath of fresh air. I said that when we first started. I want to just close out with two pieces of scripture that relate to you and another quote that I have. First, I'll give the quote, and then I'll give you a moment to see if there's anything else you'd like to say in closing to the people that have listened to you today. The first one is from Philippians 2:4. Let each of you look not only to his own interests, but also to the interests of others. That kind of describes, I believe, to a T where you're coming from. You care about other people. And then the second one that I wanted to say here is Proverbs 11:25. A generous person will prosper. Whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. And so that's kind of where I know your attitude is with things. Have you heard the expression, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care? Mm-hmm. Well, that's you also. And I'm going to end it with Mahatma Gandhi. This is one of my favorite quotes that I've ever picked up for talking about people that want to be there to help other people. And that's who you are. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in service to others. Well, Maria, would you like to say anything as we close off?
I just want to say thank you and give my heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to being able to come and talk with you today and just share again that just start where you are and move forward. That's the biggest thing. Just one step ahead of the other, moving forward.
Great advice. So, Maria, you've been wonderful. You're going to do great at whatever you set your mind to. I want to be there as much as I can to go along that journey with you. And I look forward to having you back on the show again soon. And everybody, I want everybody to go back and listen to Maria again. There's a whole lot of stuff in this show, and she's given you her contact information. You've got mine, rightthink.org. And so we're here for you. There's plenty of other people that are out there for you. And just let other people be in your life and quit being so stubborn sometimes. We've all been there, but just listen to people that have been there, that have the experience and the godly wisdom to help you as Maria can. And so with that said, Maria, thank you again. God bless you, and God bless everyone. Have a great week.
Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week. And remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you and have a great week.